just started 11 days ago.
Okay, give me
You
the.
know?
Okay.
And it's funny that this is 2026,
That's a different
but it's still the Asiatic calendar 15,112.
Oh, you changed it?
Now that comes out to knowledge. And 2006 comes in, going all the way out, 26 rather, it goes out to now. And it's a knowledge month, and knowledge day, so it's knowledge month, you know? But let's just say on this day, you sat home wait for a mystery guard to bring you food. That's serious stuff.
I would.
And it's a fact, you know, me and my people who lost their home for 379 years, so I put that mathematics like understanding of God to be born. You know, but try the so-called mystery God for food told in the home and receive nothing but hard times, hunger, nakedness, and other doors. Also beaten and killed by the same ones who advocated this kind of God. Now I've been watching a lot of old slavery narratives, and it brings you right back. It's not too long ago, Mr. Search, slavery. But now we know we're in a mental slavery. They took the chains off our feet and put it on our brains. And this is our remedy for it. Said, no, belief came to us until the Son of Man came to our aid. They talk about W.D. Farrar, but we got satisfaction. We got the science mathematics that are reserved for the black man to rise up from mental different power these last days. But oh my God, himself, no prophet. You know, all in their head. So to prove that what? There is no mystery God. But we have agreed that the only God is the Son of Man. So we waste our time searching for that does not exist. This is a beautiful place we have here. And pretty soon they'll catch on. You know, we have not a lot of good goods here. But look at t-shirts, the hats, the crowns, the necklaces, the dahlias, flags. We got food. I made the Asiatic green soup. I had paid it last month. I didn't like it, so I went to myself. You know what I'm saying? So I got super salad, that's all. I urge people to bring some food if they can. And people that may be listening to this, when you come here, because it's the first time, don't mean you can't contribute. You know, we have a vegetarian or vegan cuisine. That's it. Somebody get the door. Anyway, we have the Queen Lion. I don't know where he went though. He's giving us still a little lecture on health. He has his health products here, and he'll be having them here every month. Now, he's not a clinician, but he knows the stuff about herbs. And we know that health is wealth, and we definitely need somebody who's a health practitioner. And a lot of brothers and sisters are pastors. I went to my son asked me a weight that had a different weight, but the thing is, he was not there. You know? Now, they said on an obituary, there was some complications from COVID. Crazy. Crazy how they put us in that situation. I met a guy I ain't seen in a long time, Infinite. And he lost part of his vocals behind taking that shot. And a lot of people went to the essence behind that shot. And we know that we have to take care of our own health, and not the traditional way with the chemicals. So this is a viable alternative right here. Not just telling you about it, but being about it. So be prepared to spend some money. He is in charge of that as much as the health food store. That's a good thing. And take care of yourself. But if you don't do it, nobody else will. It's not a game. I see too many people I love, brothers and sisters, leave me here. And not that they did anything wrong, it's that they didn't practice more right. You know, it's poor choices, and there really ain't no wrong choice, it's a poor choice. Some people don't realize that they're making a poor choice. Nobody really goes out to kill themselves, but we commit suicide on an installment plan when we don't eat the right food. You know? We don't get the right exercise. You know, and have the right thoughts. But it's the thought that counts first. So he's trying to put it in people's heads about taking care of yourself as a physician, heal thyself. Somebody get the door, because it's not a game. You know, I know God had colon cancer, but he didn't want to take a colonoscopy because he's worried about some homosexuality thoughts about messing with his rectum, which is, we have to get out of that kind of thinking when it comes down to medical reasons. You know? Now, even before he passed, he didn't care what they did. You know? There's no shame in that game because he's trying to live. So take a word from the wise. Get diagnosed by these people and find the herbal equivalent that'll help you without side effects. Because I see a lot of commercials. Most of the commercials are about some kind of medication. And they tell you straight up, and in a low tone, about health commercial, about the negative side effects that are worse than what you're trying to cure. I mean, they got death and suicide and all kinds of craziness. I'm like, it might do this, it might do that to you. And you got some mild skinness, it's supposed to. Too much. This is too much. We're allowing this. After he tell you, this is what's going to happen to you, you go ahead and roll the dice. We shouldn't have to have faith gamble with our life. That's why we got science, mathematics, science, the right exactness. We shouldn't have to worry about what we intake. We're going to take it out of here. What we intake is supposed to sustain us. So we got the soil, natural soil made. God earth brought it, and I'm thankful for that. I got the Asiatic bean soup, the native bean soup that we grew up in. I grew up in the nation. And we was all young, away from our old Earth's house. It was easy to boil some beans instead of cooking fabulous meals. But that was sustain us. You know, that's the foundation that keep me going as I get older. I God understand it. Because of the foods I choose to eat and the thoughts I choose to exercise. Now, I'm not negative thoughts in my head, but it ain't what you think, it's what you live out. You know, you have to master your lower self, you know, and be your higher self. You know, it's always that constant battle between higher self and lower self. Because you can be your own worst enemy. Didn't worry about the color, but we've been taught wrong, and so therefore we find ourselves in error. But now we got to teach us and knowledge to ourselves, and now we don't be without error as far as our dietary is concerned. Now, Supreme Mind, come on, God's going to speak about health. I don't know what he's going to say, talk about the product we got up here, and y'all listen up, and peace.
Peace, church. Peace, man. I love my brothers and sisters. I want to start off with saying, saving my brother's life is worth it all. Tearing down these old brick walls between us and reconstructing them and rebuilding them back with love. I'm going to say it one more time. Saving my brother's life is worth it all. Tearing down these old brick walls between us and reconstructing them and rebuilding them with love. Because that's what it's all about. And if you save your brother, then you'll be saving your sister. And if you save your sister, then you'll be saving your seed. You know, that's not the wisdom and understanding, which we all know. I want to start off and think about what God said. I want to start with the most important vitamins or nutrients and minerals for the brothers and the sisters, which is zinc. Anybody familiar with zinc? Yeah. Zinc is the master builder. From zinc to magnesium. And there's a whole lot of magnesium. Citrate is the key. Because you got some magnesium that means nothing. You got certain vitamins and fruits with vitamins compound that we don't understand that we can't take together. Like, give an example. D3 belongs with K2, right? Vitamin D doesn't belong with vitamin C. And you cannot take vitamin C at nighttime. Right, sister? I'm talking to everybody, right, sister? Can't take it at nighttime. So you have to know when to take these vitamins. You think, oh, I'm not taking my vitamin because you're not feeling good. What you're doing, you're killing yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Zinc, it should be taken at nighttime. You know? And I need, y'all can write some things down or if you're wrong, whatever, and do your research. I spend most of my time, besides me talking at a lot of events and singing at a lot of events, on health and our lives. I'm talking about the self-destruction. I'm talking about the young kids that now are mimicked by their parents, what's called selling the souls, sticking pin in the baby heads at birth, so it'll never grow. Got these kids cursing out the parents on these the little things they got now. And it's so bad because that's popular. You know, it's getting real popular now. All the words are coming out. You understand? I just want to understand one thing, and it's all about our health. How do we come from queens to kings to brothers and sisters to the B to the N? Now we sticking the pins in the baby head at birth. You understand what I'm saying? So everything goes according to the foods that we eat. Foods is the dictator of your life. Foods is the movement of your life. Food dictates how good you are, how smart you are, you know, how long you're going to live and to be able to extend you. So the body, you know, we believe that the body wants to die. That's a lie because you wouldn't be alive if the body wanted to die. You understand what I'm saying? The body's a transition. It just transitions. And when okay, it's time to go. How long you want to be here? See, man give you 100 years, like my mother was 100, her father, her mother was 106. It had nothing to do because of their names and their first and last names. It had something to do because of their nature, because my mother was a greenhead. Turnips and all the stuff that I hated when I was a kid. Ew, that's nasty. I was no nasty time. And spinach, you understand? So all the things that, the kales and things of nature, all the things that I didn't like, or we didn't like as kids, are the things that's extending our lives today, and the reason why our parents have lived as long as they live. I don't live by time. I'm not a time clock. You cannot rewind me or remind me of my nature. I am a natural being. I do not live by a clock. I lived by a clock some years ago when I had to get up and go to work in order to provide for my family. Now I'm called what I'm called a free cipher. So now I will live the rest of my life not by time but by my nature, which I wish I could have did it then. You see, I got to get up, but let me say something. You don't a clock never gets you up. A man-made cannot make who you are because you're a natural being. So the clock doesn't get you up. Your body is in a distress. What is that? Come on, man. And then now you look at the clock and say, oh yeah, I get up every day at 6 o'clock. No, that clock don't get you up every 6 o'clock. You disturb the body every day at 6 o'clock. That makes sense? You disturb the body every day at 6 o'clock. But I want to talk about some things I told God I was going to do. This is not about sales. I have thousands worth of stuff. It's not about sales. You know, I had my own painting business back in the day. I had a lot of gods, a lot of herbs, and we're not, Father, I can name all the gods, and I even tell them back with freedom. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying right now is that I just want to go through a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? And if you really, God, I said everybody, if you really is in distress, and if it's an emergency, I'll give it to you. Because it's not about the profit. I use this money to get more stuff. So something like this would be $25, $30. I can give it to you away for $15 or for $10. You know what I mean? So if the condo came and said, "Pray, man, you know what, God, I don't have much money today, but I really need this. My legs is killing me." Well, this is you got $2 or $3 in your wallet every other day. I gotta give it to you. You understand? So I'm just letting you know, and I know I wouldn't say this if I thought that my family would take advantage of it, but I know they would not, because I don't speak. I don't speak for time. I speak for nature, because this is our natural being. So I want to talk about the nitric oxide. Anybody familiar with the nitric oxide? You want to speak about it, sister?
No, I don't want to speak about
Oh, I'm sorry.
She knows.
Okay, about the nitric oxide. Because this is not about me, it's about us. It's about us putting our minds and bodies together. We have to strengthen each other. And we're not, we just have to. And we're not, you know. We have to make sure that you know, that each individual. The reason why I started doing it because God fixed me. I'm one lady, Father man. After that, the God born. I'm one after that, divine truth. I said, God, you know, I said, what the hell is going on? My damn teeth falling out. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But I'm sitting there 30 years. You know, God, you don't sit there, well. Now you got no teeth. Now, what you gonna do now? You don't be ashamed? Let me tell you something. Every event I do, and I do a whole lot of them, I talk about me before I talk about anybody else. Because I got to look at me and see what my other folks were and where I stand today. But see, the way the good people never balance in no man. A good man who can bad can be bad. But bad was good. We can't talk about all the good things that a man do. Is one thing which is good, which is greater than what he does do wrong. But we have to see some of the wrong or see the wrong things that we're doing to our bodies in order to get it right, like God said. And so back to the beach. The beach is the nitric oxide, which keeps. I mean, I take some of that stuff. I mean, God, I'm gonna make a little joke. I got a one of those big old king size bed or whatever, $4,000 or $5,000 some years ago. When I get up in the morning, I get up in bed like a little child. I say, yo, what the? My granddad said, you crazy? No, I'm crazy, healthy crazy. You understand? And health is greater than wealth, and health is not wealth, because you got homeless brothers in the street that eats better than some of us. And when you understand what I'm saying? So look, don't take it for granted, because rich people die. You understand? Poor people die, middle class people die. And when I understand, and we die by the nature that we disrespect. We die by the nature that we go just according to. This is how we die. We don't die by nothing spiritual, hierarchically, mathematically. We die by the same being that we came into existence on, and that's our natural being. And when I was not born to eat a bag of potatoes and cookies. I was not born to drink alcohol.